Hey everybody, welcome back to your day. This is going to be a change that I think is needed. That's going to be pretty controversial, but I think it's a massive issue in debooking at the moment. So for starters, I know a lot of you guys probably know that there are a lot of methods in the depths to pretty much escape combat, right? And one of the massive ones being that you can actually go into instant servers like Diluvian if you're in combat. So I'm just going to showcase that real quick. So as you can see, I'm in player combat and I'm able just to enter Diluvian just to escape out of combat just like that. Now, I know a lot of PvEers will probably complain if something like this is changed, right? But what's happening is that a lot of people are putting teleportation points or ways, like really quick ways to get over to this area and just kind of escape all forms of being able to kind of escape wiping in the depths, right? And I understand that this is a method that people want to use to, like, not have to do with wiping and remaking their character, but it's incredibly cheese and it's kind of unfair on the PvP end of things because you'll start a gank, you might be winning, and you think you'll be able to save your guildmate or not be able to die. He TPs over to the Diluvian thing and he's able to escape, and just like that he can pull the brake lever and just be able to freely leave, being able to get wiped in the depths. Now, one other thing that people like to do to try and cheese being able to be low or not be able to kind of go into the void is what they'll do is that they'll ring these bells. Do you see how much that just healed me? That healed me about like 2.5 bars, and I'm able to do that on both the bells, like both bells that exist, right? So you can just ring any of the bells and be able to immediately go above half health, right? And the thing about being above half health is that you're able just to jump in the void pretty much anytime when you're in PvP combat, right? And you can basically evade any sort of punishment for getting attacked in the depths. And obviously I know that PvP players like to use this to escape, right? But if you're able just to jump into the void at any point like this to escape combat, then what's the point of fighting in the depths at all, right? Because you're not able to do something like this in the overworld. But people, even not even competitive players, are starting to use this to just be able to like escape punishment because layer 2 is not very difficult to escape from. And so obviously I think something like this should be changed. Obviously you can just Warriors or Spite down here, get back all your health, and just be able to pretty much escape anytime you want to. And so I do think that these things will eventually be changed because they are very cheese. And it kind of makes it unfair, especially for the people who are fighting. I think what they'll probably end up doing is they're going to probably be raising the cap to like 80 or 90% while you're in combat, only if you're like above power 15. That way, I mean, maybe not though. They might not do that because I know they might want to give freshies a chance so they don't get attacked by randoms, So it might be like if you're above power 15, it gets like raised to 80 or 90%, and you can't jump in the void anymore, making it to where you can't get TP'd out of Diluvian anymore if you're in combat, and the bells don't give you any HP if you're in PvP combat as well. If you're in PvE, all that stuff can stay the same. It doesn't matter. But mainly PvP, people are trying to cheese this, and I don't think it should be in the game because it's just super cheese. That's going to be all for the video, guys. I'll be catching you guys later, all right? Peace.